Once again, hello from Tiflis, the capital city of Georgia. Today we are on a mission to visit the most dangerous nuclear power plant in the world. It poses such a high threat that if an accident were to happen, it would be around 5 times worse than Chernobyl. We're about to take a night train all the way to Armenia, to the capital Yerevan. And I also hear that Armenia is a really Soviet place, and we'll check out whatever the relics are there. We will be riding the night train that goes once every 2 days. And looks like it only has 3 wagons, which is quite surprising. We will be riding the first class wagon because the cost is pretty reasonable, about $60. And some snacks, cookies, water. The ride is 10 hours. I think it takes into the consideration the water control. It will be a long ride. Just found a little gift bag. Comes with shoes, slippers, toothpaste, a comb, and soap. Nice. And we are off. Let's go. I think the reason why there's only 3 carriages on this route is because most people take the marshrutka bus. It's much faster. It's about 5 hours. But the train takes 10 hours, so double the time.
Да. Билет можно?
Билет?
Да. Россияне знают. А вот, дорогой, биотуалет у нас. Бумага не бросать ни в коем случае в туалете.
Я понял. А этот ресторан есть тут?
Нет.
Let's check out the whole first class carriage. They have a tablet here with all the information necessary for the travel. Bathroom. Wow. Check this out, man. That's freaking unbelievable. If you watched my video from Uzbekistan, they had a shower in the first class as well, but it wasn't operating, it wasn't functioning. Good morning from Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. Yesterday we managed to check in into the hotel, get some quality rest. Today is a beautiful day and we are on the mission to visit Metsamor, where the most dangerous nuclear plant is. Before embarking on this journey, we're gonna eat in an Armenian shawarma. Very good. That was a delicious shawarma. Now we're off to find a taxi to maximize the day, to see as many things as possible. While walking along the Yerevan streets, I noticed that the brick that they use on the buildings is the same one that they use for the church. We're gonna use the Yandex app. Comfort 6,000, regular 4,000, so 6,000 is about $15 to drive Comfort. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Levon says when he arrives. Здравствуйте, до Metsamor не надо, я просто доедем.
Да, здесь пока.
Well, we made it to Metsamor, a town that was built in 1972, strictly for the purposes of the nuclear power plant here. Right now it consists of around 8,000 people. Also, Metsamor translates from Armenian the Great Mother. That's probably a reference to the Virgin Mary, the Great Mother of God. Today it's super gray outside, so you can have this typical Soviet feeling, as in like you see in the movies whenever you see former USSR cities or Russia. They always put the gray filter on. In 1976, the first unit of the power plant opened, and in the 1980s the second one. However, since this is a very seismic zone, in the 88 there was a big earthquake in Stepak, I think, and it destroyed a lot of villages and 25,000 people died. But it did not affect as much the nuclear power plant, but they shut it down because of collapse of Soviet Union, the war with Azerbaijan, the tension with Turkey, and now it's considered the most dangerous nuclear plant in the world. All these rusted trucks around the factories, the weather, it has a feeling of a post-apocalyptic town here. I don't know why. Maybe because I've watched so many films about Chernobyl and how Pripyat looks like. Thanks to my YouTuber friend Dave Legenda, he recommended this spot, the Abundant Sport Complex. Supposedly some of the rooms still operate, but he was kicked out from here, pretty much was told to run away. Pretty large, isn't it? This massive pool was used for rowing or kayaking. And over there you can see the power plant that is still working right now. Okay, now we'll go look inside the pool facility or the basketball courts. That's a boxing room. It's definitely remodeled inside. There, that's a basketball room. Looks like operational as well. I guess the city just doesn't have enough money to remodel this place. No doors are open here today, so you can say it's a semi-fail. And now let's go see how close we can get to the power plant and not get in trouble. Well, I just found a smaller indoor pool that I can show you. Exactly the same rock is used here and on the facade of the Soviet blocks. Not much on the inside, pretty dark in fact, no icons.
Русский не понимаю, или это...
Blog. Tourism. So I found a taxi driver who was taking me to the most dangerous power plant in the world. Supposedly this is one of the 5 Soviet plants that still remains functioning, 4 in Russia and 1 here. But the reason why it's a dangerous one because it's built in a seismic zone and at the same time it's missing a containing vessel, which is required by international standards for power plants. Schlagbaum. The road towards the plant is closed, so we can't get there, unfortunately. And that's the power plant. 1, 2, 3. From the other side we saw 4 of them. So in 1995, the Armenian government decides to reopen the plant because of the lack of electricity in the country. They did promise during the reopening that there will be major improvements made. And these improvements were still far from reaching the international standards. In the past decade, there were some renovations that were made, and these renovations will allow the plant to operate until 2027. In the meantime, they are working on building with Russia a 3rd unit, which will shut down the 2nd one and then allow just the 3rd one to function. Even though they've made 1,400 improvements, including solidifying the foundation from the earthquakes, they still did not meet the criteria, and they're missing the containment vessel. Even though the European Union was trying to force this place to shut down, the Armenian government refused, but they agreed on the help from them, and the help in terms of assisting in the safety and the maintenance of the power plant. I'm walking on the former grounds of the Metsamor train station. I'm not sure when it closed down, and it's unfortunate that it's not operating, but this is it. See the platform where people would wait, and probably the main building was this one. It looks completely post-apocalyptic in this area. Look at this. Just trash everywhere, rocks. Looks like an explosion took place yesterday. These abandoned buildings. What a place, isn't it? This looks like one of the most depressing places I've seen so far. Even though I'm kind of fond of the Soviet cities and the architecture and the grayness that comes with it during the winter and autumn, but this one looks on another level, really. Just check it out. Massive. Not the best find. That's a weird building, because like the indoors there's tile on the wall. Wonder what this was. Someone said climbing emergency staircases is dangerous. Look at this large circular area. Was this a restaurant? Does anybody know? That's definitely a factory. The only cool part about this open factory is that you can probably climb the... Let's go in the main building. Wicked, huh? Another abandoned factory for the books. I would definitely climb this smoke tower, but you can see the stairs were broken. Well, I think we saw enough in this town. And to conclude, is this the most dangerous power plant in the world? I wouldn't say so, because one, it has all the criteria that's required for safety purposes in terms of the policies in Russia and Armenia. And the people who work here obviously don't want anything to happen, so I'm pretty sure they are extra careful and take always extra steps to provide safety for not just this town or the country, but the whole world. If you enjoyed the journey and learned something new just as I did, then click like and leave a comment below. And thanks for watching, and until next episode, nomads.